Hey everybody, it's Joey, and that song right there was one of the first songs I ever learned how to play on the guitar. And it's still a cool song today. I like playing it. It always kind of, when people hear you play it, they're always like, wow, you know, that sounds really cool. What is that? Not many people actually know what it is, but if you do know what it is, you know, let me know down in the comments. So today we're going to go through something that's, you know, been very prevalent in my life. I've had to deal with this a lot, and it comes up quite a bit if you've got a good band. And so if you got a good band, that's the first part. And number two, if your band is you and you alone as the band leader and you're hiring freelance musicians. So that's what I do. I hire freelance musicians. My wife and I are the only two members of my band. Everybody else is a freelance musician. And this type of situation that we're going to go through and discuss is where that can kind of bite you in the ass. And what do I mean by that? Is like, okay, if you go out and you play a gig and, you know, you're kicking ass and everything's going really well. And so on your break, a band leader from another band comes up to your drummer and says,
hey, you know, I think you guys are kicking ass. I like your style. I like the way you play. I really feel like you could help me out. I've got several gigs coming up and they all pay really well. How would you like to come in and join us?
That's a tough situation because your freelance musicians, they're not a part of your band. And you've made that clear to them over and over, you know, probably too many times to count. So when somebody comes up to them and they say, hey, you know, I got an offer for you, you know, and I got some money for you. Are you open for these dates? They say, oh, well, this is might be a pretty cool situation. I already know all these songs. I'm going to look into it. So next thing you know, then the rehearsals come and then, you know, this freelance musician is now playing with this other band. If they're busier than you or if the gig fits them better, then they're going to start to take a lot of those gigs. And really, as a band leader, there's nothing you can do about it. You can, you know, kind of bitch and moan about it, but ultimately in the end, it doesn't make any difference. You know, who are you to tell one of your freelance musicians that they can't go play with another band for the money? You know, there's not really much you can do. The only thing you can really think about doing is if you wanted to add that musician into being a member of the band and to being a partner in the band where they're going to be, you know, privy to all the information that goes on. They're going to have a say. You don't want to add just anybody, but if you had a great musician that you really, really liked and you wanted to keep them, then you could do that, because then if they did take gigs with as a freelance musician with other bands, you could be like,
yo, you know, what are you doing? You know, this is our group. This is our thing. You're part owner of this thing. Why are you screwing us up? What's your problem?
You know, you can actually, when somebody is a band member and a part owner of the group, you can actually beat them up over this type of situation, which is great. You know, I mean, normally you don't have any leverage in this type of situation, but I've never done that. All of my players have been freelance musicians and they're free to take gigs with other people. However, now if they do take gigs with my immediate competitors, then I'll say, you know, hey, that's enough, dude. If that's the way it's gonna be, then, and you love them so much, then go be with them, you know? Oh, well, I wanna play in both groups or I wanna do this. No, that's my competitor. That's somebody that is in direct competition with me for money in this music business. So if you want to be a part of that, you know, go be with them. So basically that's how I would handle that. You know, you tell your players, you know, you can ask your players, hey, don't play with a lot of my competitors or whatever, but in the end, they don't have to listen to you. They don't have to hear it from you. You've told them that they're freelance musicians, and due to that, they're going to play with whoever they want, you know, whenever they want. But if they do, and if they're booked all the time, then you can start to, you know, cut back on using them. And then when they come to you and say,
hey, buddy, you know, where's all the gigs?
You can be like,
Well, what do you mean? I thought you were perfectly happy playing with other people and you know, you're too booked and you got a lot of stuff going on. And to be honest, I don't really have anything for you. You know, if you want to try to, you know, work with me more, then you need to let me know, and you need to quit working with my competitors.
Yeah, so this is kind of just a bad situation all the way around. People are always going to be trying to steal your band members. People are always going to be talking shit about your band and, you know, talking up their own band and trying to make everything work better for their band and work worse for you. And so that's all I got for you today, and I'll see you next time.